Excellent. And find your comfy spot. So I'm going to just talk for a little more while everyone gets settled and maybe gets their pants on, maybe um, finds the position that they want to be in for the next 45, 30 to 45 minutes. And so fluff and faff about, get yourself comfy, take any last stretches, scratch any last itches, whatever makes you feel right and ready to go on this journey for yourself. I really like this online live thing because you and your personal space of comfort are already an extra notch of relaxed. But if you like music, maybe you want to turn some music on in the background, but keep it low enough that it doesn't drown me out. I see. um, and so this will be the speed and the volume that I'll stay at, so you can adjust your noise making machines appropriately. What just happened? There we go. Okay. And just tune into your surroundings. As it feels comfortable, the eyes will naturally close. Notice the temperature of the air around you. Is it moving or is it still? And let your imagination float through the breeze or through the air, even if it's not moving. Imagine you're hearing moving through this medium of air. And when you find a sound, imagine how the air plays with it and it plays with the air. If it wasn't a long sound, let the mind move on to the next sound. For me right now, a couple of yards away and on the other side of a house through a wall, I can hear a dog barking. Not consistently. And I can imagine this little animal making this noise and the air around it vibrating sharply. And it has to travel all the way from there, through the wall, through the glass, through my ear canal, just to be picked up. And the next noise I notice is the air conditioner. But it sounds low and muffled, like a consistent rumbling. And as my ears and imagination trace the source, which would be the grate in the room, I imagine the air moving quicker around the metal, through the air ducts to help add that rumble, and literally moving all of the air in the room just to carry that sound to me. Explore the sounds you hear in your mind. What about the sound of your own breath or the lack of sound? A full breath would have both parts. Sound as it either moves in or out, however barely perceptible. And then the briefest of pauses as it transitions from in to out and out to in. What would a more relaxed, more pleasurable breath sound like? Letting this go. Later, I'm going to ask you to bring to mind your sankalpa, which is just a short phrase of personal resolve, something that you would like to see or feel about your life. Go ahead and say this power phrase to yourself now 3 times in your head. There are no wrong answers. There are no wrong sankalpas. But big and lofty and leading towards your highest good, those are the best. Because ultimately, a highest good for you makes the world around you better, doesn't it? You showing up, feeling good, feeling your level best, changes how you interact with the world around you, thus making it a better place. So, take one more moment and settle with your sankalpa. And leave it be for the moment. We'll come back to it later. Now, I'm going to call to mind various parts of your body. And as I do, try to picture each as clearly and as vividly in your mind's eye as you're capable of. If you cannot picture them clearly, or at all, that's perfectly okay. Just simply try to visualize and feel into the body part, starting with the right hand thumb, right first finger, right middle finger, right ring finger, right little finger, palm of hand, back of hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of chest, right side of waist, right hip, right thigh, right knee, right shin, right ankle, right heel, sole of foot, top of foot, right big toe, right second toe, right third toe, right fourth toe, right fifth toe. So rather than sleeping at this exact moment, be sure to follow my instructions as well as the sound of my voice. Left hand thumb, left first finger, left middle finger, left ring finger, left little finger, palm of hand, back of hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of chest, left side of waist, left hip, left thigh, left knee, left shin, left ankle, left heel, sole of foot, top of foot, left big toe, left second toe, left third toe, left fourth toe, left fifth toe. Rather than sleeping, please follow the sound of my voice. All 10 toes, both feet, both heels, both ankles, both calves, both knees, both thighs, both buttocks, lower back, mid back, upper back, shoulder blades, the space between the shoulder blades, spine, back of neck, back of head, top of head, forehead, eyebrows, temples, ears, cheeks, eyes, all the muscles around the eyes, nose, nostrils, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, teeth, tongue, roof of mouth, back of throat, front of throat, collarbones, chest, stomach, pelvis, right leg, left leg, right arm, left arm, right side of head, left side of head, right side of body, left side of body, back of body, front of body, whole body, whole body, whole physical body, letting this go. Take your awareness to your breath. Now imagine, if you will, that you are surrounded by a shining mist of your favorite color. And as you take your awareness to the center of your chest, you imagine that as you draw the breath in, this Colorful, glowing mist is drawn into the body through the heart center, around the heart muscle itself, next to the spine on the inside, where it cascades and then rolls out through the rest of the body while you continue to breathe. Letting each new breath in bring more of that colorful, favorite color in through the chest center, through the heart center, and cascade next to the spine throughout the body, filling it up, going where it will, painting it with the mist of this color, the light of breath. Now, if you also choose, I will be sending Reiki for those that want to take it in as part of this breathing practice. Reiki is merely universal life force. It's all around you anyway. You don't need it. But if you would like the extra help and the extra energy, the extra healing energy offered to you, just imagine that that rides in on the mist, pulled in on the breath, through the heart center, and lovingly goes throughout the body where it is needed as you fill it up with this visualized breath. Where are you? Where's your practice? Drawing in the colored mist through the heart center, pooling it next to the spine, letting it go throughout the bodies. Drawing in the last bit to top off the reservoir. And letting the effort go. Letting things settle for a moment. I'm going to ask you to call to mind some feelings. And as you do, try to imagine them as vividly and thoroughly throughout the body as you possibly can. But take a moment to remind yourself that you are safe. Give yourself permission. No one knows what will go on inside this landscape of your mind but you, unless you wish to share. And if at any time things become too confronting, just ease off a bit and be there to support yourself. Imagine the feeling of everything going wrong from the moment that you wake up. One of those days where you move and try to stretch and then something hurts and you just know it's going to stay with you all damn day. And that's going to be something you're going to have to deal with. And while you thought you had the energy to deal, where did it all go? It's like it zapped you. Whatever little you had prepared for the day is somehow gone. And then some people call it the dropsies, but you just bump into things and maybe you stub a toe, or maybe you catch a nail, snag a thing. One of those days where just nothing seems to be going right. And of course, there's no gas in the car. And of course, the line is long here and the line is long there. And why wouldn't it be a red light? And that just feeling of just defeat and anger and trying to get through the rest of the day. Where do you feel that in your body right now? Where does it feel heavy? Or is there another sensation that you feel? Is there a buzzing in behind the backs of the ears? A tension in the skull or the scalp? A tightness in the chest? Like a preparatory anxiety to protect yourself from all the things that you could just see keeping on going wrong. And it's like you could feel it everywhere. Everywhere but the bottom of your feet. And why don't they hurt? Well, they probably will by the end of the day. It's just one of those days. Feel it and then release it. Feel it start to evaporate as you let go of the feeling willingly. Now we're going to call to mind the opposite and banish those first feelings as we transition into one of those days where you wake up right before the alarm goes off and you're not mad about it. You don't feel like you've cheated sleep or been cheated out of sleep. In fact, you're just like, oh, this is one of those moods. I don't want to hit the snooze alarm because I've done that before. This is one of those where if I wake up on, I guess, what they call the right side of the bed, I'll just have something extra today. And then, oh, the you from last night put something right there in the right place. And if you've got a partner, you know what it's like when they've sent you a little note and done a thing that you don't have to do and you feel loved. You can also feel loved without a partner. Those of us without one, knowing it's like, oh, hey, look, I did that for myself. That's awesome. We all know the feeling of waking up to a text from someone we love, just telling us they love us for no reason at all, unprompted, not asking for anything. And there's something we're looking forward to today. And the feeling of a shower when you're looking forward to something, it's like the cool is crisper and the warm is hotter and brighter. And the smell of your body wash and shampoo just seem to be metaphors for the awesome day you're about to have. It's almost like your steps are lighter. And then that feeling of money showing up from nowhere, where you're just like, oh crap, I did that work and I forgot about it. And there's the money for it. Oh, oh yeah, that feeling. A feeling of things are just going right. And it's not even that I don't want to poke it because I don't want to pop it. It's going so well. You're just like, I feel full. I feel full and capable. Notice it in your body. Where does it feel light? Where does it feel expansive? Where does it tingle? Which parts are actively sensing more than the others? Let this effort go. Now I'm going to call to mind various images. As I do, again, try to picture them as clearly as you can. A dot on a piece of paper. A dot on a piece of paper. A dot on a piece of paper. A pencil. A pencil. A pencil. A smudge. A smudge. A smudge. A portrait. A portrait. A portrait. The shadow of a frame around a portrait. The shadow of a frame around a portrait. The shadow of a frame around a portrait. A blank wall. A blank wall. A blank wall. A corner. A corner. A corner. A box. A box. A box. A yellow box. A yellow box. A yellow box. Pile of cardboard. A pile of cardboard. A pile of cardboard. A pile of decomposing garbage. A pile of decomposing garbage. A pile of decomposing garbage. Moss. 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 New little plants. New little plants. New little plants. Look at the shoots and the leaves of the new little plants. See them spread out, and as you watch, they almost grow in a little winding path, like a living river. Follow these plants. And as you do, feel yourself starting to become smaller until the leaves of these newborn plants, these newly arrived plants reaching to the sun with their fresh green vibrancy, cast a shade over top of you. Feel the difference from when you're in the sunlight and the cool of the shade provided by these plants. Walk up to one and touch it. Feel where it's smooth and where it's surprisingly rough. One has what you want to call little hairs, but from this size are quite large. Another with ridges surrounding it. And one smooth and shiny. Different plants, different characteristics, each one just being themselves. And as you're exploring these textures, smell the earth beneath you. Being this close to the ground, how are the smells different when you're paying attention to them? As a breeze comes along, watch how it plays with the leaves above you. Making the light dance ahead of you. As you walk deeper into the thicket, which from this perspective is a complete landscape with areas that we'll just have to explore another time. But wasn't that just a noise we heard? Tinkling a bell is something like voices. So as we walk towards the voices, noticing how interesting the feel and look of pebbles are when they're the size of boulders as you pass them, and making the resolve not to be scared by a snail if we come across it, no matter how giant they might look and how funny up close they may be. We follow these voices. And as we come around through the grasses, we bump into someone our size. Dressed in funny clothes made out of living materials. Friendly looking, and a little curious as to why they ran into us. They walk around us and examine us, and as they do, we start to notice features. And as you guessed it, they're probably fairy. They hold out their hand and indicate they'd like us to come with them. So we do. Through the grasses, and into a clearing made by roots and mosses and structures built in to the landscape. It's a village, and it's bustling with activity. And our newfound friend makes a motion for us to wait right here, and they run off into the village. So take a moment to look around from this perspective, so close to the ground, at this village bustling with life all around. Different hues, different shapes, different kinds of people. Odd and beautiful. And as we feel a tapping on the shoulder, we turn around to see our friend again, holding out a little small vial with a glowing juice in it, indicating we should drink. So we take a sip, and an interesting sensation travels through our body. And it's almost like we can hear a ring, like a ding. And as we open our eyes to look into theirs, they ask, "Can you hear me? Do you understand me now?" Excellent. Take a moment to have a conversation with them. They suddenly remember, "Oh, you're just in time for the celebration." And you say, "What celebration is that?" They said, "It's a special occasion. Today marks the day where we take flight and after the surprise kind of lets down. You ask, "Oh, well, should I be here for that?" To which they reply, "Of course. There's tons of ways that you can help out. Everybody here is doing their own part. You can help someone pack their things. for it's the great day of migration. So as you look around, the entire village is there for you to find someone to help. Trust your instincts. And go lend a hand. And as time speeds up in your mind, you see yourself helping more than one fairy. And some tasks take many hands to get it done. And some moments you have to exercise patience. But many of them are feel and filled with joy and laughter and mirth. Because everyone's setting off on a great adventure. And oh, the stories they'll have to tell when they all gather next. And inside, you wish that you could be there to hear the stories of when they come back. And you feel a tap on your shoulder again. And your friend is holding out a necklace with something attached to the end of it. And they tell you, this is a magic compass. It'll help you find us again. But also, if you get quiet, listen and feel, it will lead you towards your heart's desire. And after you've expressed your gratitude, you hear a sound like trumpets, like a band start up. And there's a frenzy. And music fills the air as one by one and two by two and in groups so large you can't count. The sky is filled with flight. And whatever emotions you feel are valid. As they honor the time that you've spent. Because even new relationships can be beautiful ones. That turn into stories and time shared. or memories that help you as you move forward. And as your friend turns around from in the air to wave goodbye and says, "Hope to see you again," you take a breath in, smile to yourself, and hold your compass, your bit of fairy charm, and head out of the village and into the grasses, feeling yourself get bigger and bigger and bigger. Now allow yourself and your sense of self to expand as full as your body and even out further into the walls around you. As big as the property you're on and the town you're in. Bigger than that, till you could hold the globe in the palm of your hand. And in your mind's eye, see yourself holding the globe close to your heart, sending it blessings and love, and feeling it radiate the same back towards you. And as you start to let this visualization go, bring to mind your sankalpa, your short phrase of personal resolve. And say it to yourself now 3 times throughout this expansive cosmic sense of self. And it's okay if your sankalpa evolves. You're getting to know it. So let it go. Out into the cosmos. And take a moment to be willing to help it when you see it ripple back into your life. Take your awareness back to your breath and the sensation at your nostrils of cool air coming in and warm air going back out. Cool air coming in, warm air going back out. Follow this all the way back into the body, all the way back into the body, all the way back into the physical body, right here and right now. Take an extra moment to draw into yourself anything else that you may need from this practice. And for those that would like to, completely optional, set an intention for the rest of the day or the week ahead. It can even be a feeling without words, a way you would like to be throughout the next week. Hariom Tat Sat, my friends. That has been Psychic Sleep for today. Feel good. Feel well. Be happy.